The future is now. My dudes. There are, or were, at least, would prevent the artists from being able to sign another contract with a different record company. That's why you'd frequently have artists recording their solo albums with the same company as their original band. Simply changing the perfect Put Me in Coach vintage shirt name of the band wouldn't be enough to get out from under the mountain of AR men, libel lawyers, etc. That's a good question that I don't actually know the answer to. I can see it going both ways. Most artists want to sign to a label that they like, so it could almost work in their favor to keep working with the same label on a new project. Perfect Put Me in Coach vintage shirt. Tank top, V-neck. Ladies' tee for men and women. Tank top, V-neck. Back in the day, the albums, the songs, the tours, and the artists. That's why the Beatles started their own label. The artists would make decent money but not compared to the perfect Put Me in Coach vintage shirt execs. The issue is you would never get the same album sales going indie, so you won't make it to the Billboard. So it's between selling 2 million albums and owning none of it, or selling 20K and owning all of it. A ton of people have built their own recording studios, and a loan from a bank would certainly be less predatory. You don't need someone to distribute printed albums anymore. Just submit it to the streaming services. That's changed a lot in the past decade. The stage shows of many of the biggest bands have had to become more elaborate and costly so that the revenue stream has been decimated. Official Perfect Put Me in Coach vintage sweatshirt. Hoodie. Sweatshirt. Hoodie. Star brought discipline the Beatles that immediately catapulted them to fame. He's always mocked as the inferior Beatle, but he was exactly what the Perfect Put Me in Coach vintage shirt band needed, and was a serious investment by Martin in their success. Pete's mother Mona is a really interesting character. She opened a club called the Casbah in her basement and made the Quarrymen the resident band. So is probably the reason her son got into the Beatles anyway. She then became like a manager for them, organizing their later residencies in Hamburg, booking gigs, and designing posters for them. You can technically always buy yourself out of a contract too. Other products.